Hello.
Excuse me.
How's it going, guys? What can I do for you?
We're here to see the Warden.
What are you warden for?
We had a meeting scheduled. We are late, but we did have a meeting scheduled.
I can go check his itinerary, I suppose. Let me go. I think it's over here somewhere. Let's see. What are the names on it?
Should be Lieutenant Colton Woods, Sheriff Crystal Walker.
Crystal Walker, right. Lieutenant Cole. Hey, I think there's a lieutenant and a sheriff for you here.
Sorry, Crystal. Sorry, Colton. They had a pressing conference call with some people who don't know how to work technology, and it just took way too long. All right, so you were coming to visit Forrest, correct?
That would be nice. We also kind of need a moment of your time.
Sure. What order do you want to go in? You want to talk to him first? Talk to me first.
Let's talk to you first.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's. What's your name again? There's so many of you, I don't even remember anymore.
I'm Lieutenant Dave. What the fuck, man?
I fucking got a fucking day. Did you not see the memo?
No.
Did you not see the memo? I put it everywhere. I mean everywhere.
I work the night. I don't read the memos. I don't know what.
Could you two find people? Please turn your backs for just one moment.
Oh, sure.
Check the goddamn memos that I put out, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ! I don't read them.
All right. You two can turn around. Let's head over to a little bit more private location.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you don't rule a prison with an iron fist, it ain't gonna rule.
So we were leaving from the prison to get ready to go get changed, gather our evidence, and take it to the hearing. We're gonna kill two birds with one stone here. We might convince the warden and the judge at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess, you know what? If the judge doesn't exonerate him, and if the warden believes it, then the warden might just let him out. Then,
right. Yeah. If we can get the warden convinced, honestly, I don't know what my dad's gonna do.
Well, the only thing is, if he gets let out of prison and he still has a record, that kind of limits what he can do because, well, he's gonna have a murder charge, right?
I'm sure my old man will come up with something.
I'm sure he will. Anything's better than being stuck in prison, I'm sure.
So my plan was he could just, like, crash on the couch a few days, and then, once he just kind of gets, like, a taste of being out, we could, like, work on a smart goal.
An apartment?
Yeah, put him up somewhere that he feels safe, see what he wants to do. I'm sure he's got tons of things he wants to do. He's been in there for 5 years.
Absolutely.
As we walked up to that courtroom where we were about to have the hearing, a million thoughts raced through my head all at the same time. What if we were wrong? What if I didn't do enough research? What if the ballistics just didn't turn out the way I wanted them to?
hundreds of thousands of things went through what I was thinking, how I was feeling, and we searched and looked for the judge so that we could start our hearing for my dad.
Hello?
Hey there, Sheriff Walker, Mr. Woods, Lieutenant Woods.
Hi, Judge.
I suppose.
Judge?
Here this evening?
Not so bad. So, I want to know the nature of what we're doing here. Is this, know more about the case? Is this an exoneration?
I would say all of the above, Judge.
Them too informed. Okay.
We have evidence that we believe would overturn the current ruling and verdict on my father, as well as we are seeking exoneration and immediate release from Bolingbrook State Penitentiary.
Cool. Understand there, Lieutenant Woods, that is a high burden of proof on you here. Are you sure you're prepared?
I mean, I've been working this for a while, Judge, so, you know, to get all the pieces together, we're gonna give you everything we got.
Understood, and is, I guess, on the defendant, or whatever he would be, present,
Yes.
There's the warden, I suppose.
And there,
Yep.
okay, I'm gonna keep the fashion count to myself. Hello, Your Honor. I have the inmate waiting in the courtroom with one of my other guards.
Understood. Mr. Warden, could I speak to you privately for a moment?
Sure, absolutely.
Right. If there's any materials that are going to pertain to this, I would encourage you to bring them up here now for me to read through, get a sense of context. I guess them being in there gives us a bit of time.
Sure. So here I'll be submitting you the original report from Vespucci PD. I'll set this right
Okay.
here.
Let me look at this.
As well as I will give you these picture from evidence as well.
Honor, I apologize for
we have-
the tardiness of my arrival.
No worries there, Mr. Woods. I've got to read through this arrest report anyway.
Of course, sir.
Also place down Exhibit A, the weapon used in the murder, and the bullets from the victim as well.
Thank you, Sheriff Walker.
And also here is my forensic report from the ballistics test I performed on the gun, and the report based on my findings.
Thank you, Sheriff Walker. Mr. Warden, I would encourage your officers to keep from smoking inside my courtroom. Kick their ass if they have to, or I will myself.
I'm used to the 70s and the 80s. I apologize.
Listen, I want to make it very clear to you right now.
Might just be using them when they can use them.
I didn't need it before, but now I have it. So,
Why does suit you pick
DOC.
Thank you. It was the one that, I think her name was Gladys. She was a little handsy. She got a little, she decided to, do I look okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't have chosen the pattern,
Don't bring attention to
but, you know, other than that, blue's a good, it's a good color.
The judges.
Well, I heard, she said the patterns were big this year. She winked at me. Is that normal these days?
I'm pretty sure she was hitting on you.
Well, then that's, I should,
We'll
this is,
discuss
Ram-
that. We'll discuss that later.
okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I take a seat right here, right behind the accused.
Is he
standing so far away from us?
We're defending him.
I don't know.
Fraternizing there is over.
Dad, come here.
What? Oh, okay.
We're defending you. Come here.
Okay.
Right, Nick. You know what, Dave? You know what?
Warden has his hands full, but,
This is a hearing.
You know what?
It
I
really
swear to God.
does not matter where you stand.
okay.
As long as you can hear me and you are, I guess, within sight, even that might not really be necessary. Just as you can hear it, except fucking there.
It's fine. I'm taking care of it. Dave, check your email right now. At this time, sir, while you're reading that paper, I need you to hand over your badge and please enjoy a forced retirement and get the hell out of my
Lieutenant Woods,
honorable judge's courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
With the lack of a formal defense here, would you or Sheriff Walker like to give some sort of opening statement?
I would.
Well, ball's in your court. Let's hear it.
Absolutely, Your Honor. We have what we believe is sufficient evidence that Forrest Woods Sr. Was not only wrongfully convicted, but was framed with enough evidence and corrupt police officers that he was put away for the murder of Larry Picano on March 10th, 2015, and we believe that we have enough to bring enough reasonable doubt into the picture that would not lend itself to keeping him in prison at this time.
Understood. Thank you, Lieutenant Woods.
Step up to the door.
Now, I've reviewed this arrest report, and there's a few things that come to mind. First thing I'm going to want to have is you, Mr. Woods, step up to the stand here. I'm going to need your recount of the night of March 10th, 2015.
Okay.
Mr. Woods, not Lieutenant Woods.
Understood. Just want to make sure I can hear.
Side, Your Honor.
Again, either side works.
Okay, I'll
Just to swear you in. Warden, you want to act as bailiff, or?
Sure. Do you, Forrest Woods, swear to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Alright, Mr. Woods, to the best of your ability, I need for you to recount the night of March 10th, 2015.
Well, I'd been out drinking that night, and I was a little bit upset because I'd gotten some bad news about a friend. One of my compatriots was ill, and he was probably not going to make it. So I'd been drinking a little bit at the bar, and I don't know, maybe I had one or two too many, but I just got to thinking there was Your Honor, there was a certain man who was a member of a mafia family, and he kind of had done me and mine wrong. Now, Your Honor, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat the fact that I'm not a entirely clean man in my background, but it turns out that this man, he happened to be there at that bar, and we exchanged words, and I got a little heated, but I left the bar. And next thing I know, I woke up in prison. Apparently, they were claiming that I had assaulted him after the evening at the bar, and that I had shot him, Your Honor. And that then later on, that's when everything kind of went different.
Convenient. Any more about the background of this mafia member, Mr. Woods?
Yes, of course. Yeah, he was a minor capo, kind of like what they would refer to as a fixer. A gentleman who would be between you and your contract player doing a job, and we happened to be the contract players, and he'd burned us on a job, stiffed us on a fee, Your Honor.
Understood. Mr. Woods.
It was just a simple jewelry store. We already went to. Some of us went to prison for it.
Jewelry store. Okay, you went to prison. You served your time, but didn't get paid. Is that how I'm getting it?
It wasn't me that was doing the job. It was my friends. But yeah, he'd stiffed him.
Understood. Awfully convenient there, Mr. Woods, but you may step down.
Okay.
Sheriff Walker, I correct in assuming that you are verified by the state to submit these forensic results with your own signature?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sheriff Walker. It says here that you seized one combat pistol from, or not that you seized, but one combat pistol was seized from Mr. Woods.
Correct.
Now, in your own ballistics testing or in theirs, these firing patterns not match.
There was no ballistic report done, sir. Not perform a ballistics test.
Okay.
So I performed my own, and my findings were that the bullets did not match.
In this arrest report, it makes no mention of any testing for gunshot residue, hot weapons testing. Did you find any of that more in your searching around this case? Or is it simply non-existent?
There was no forensics done on this case whatsoever, Your Honor.
Understood, Sheriff Walker. Sheriff, you may step back. Allow me a moment to retire to my chambers. I'm gonna this good deliberation and
Your Honor, if I may, I do have one other thing to point out that it goes against the evidence as well. If you look at the pictures I submitted, there is a clear angle of fire that you can see. There is a bullet hole in the wall behind the victim, and in the positioning of the victim on the ground shows that the firing pattern was most likely made from a right-handed individual, and Mr. Forrest Woods is actually left-handed.
Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor. I am left-handed.
Stand that, Sheriff Walker. It is circumstantial, but I will count it as a point in your favor, if you will.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Yes, Lieutenant Woods?
I would also like the record to state that the arresting officers, 889 Jensen Stewart and 480 Sergeant Larry Holston with Vespucci PD, no longer work for Vespucci PD because they were tried and convicted of corruption.
Understood. I'll look more into that during this 5-minute recess.
I just want to apologize real quick.
The Warden.
My officer's conduct. Yeah, absolutely. He has been forcibly retired, and by that I mean definitely fired and never allowed back anywhere near the prison. So I just want to apologize for that. It's a bit more decorated.
How are we feeling? This is hell.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know that they're gonna... Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna... It's one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Well, no, what do you have to say?
Worried, son. I don't want to be going to your house because if they know where you live, they can find me there, or they can take you there too. I can go to like a hotel, an assumed name or something. I'll be fine.
We have a really good security system.
I want to make you
Really good.
It's fine. I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure that you're safe, though. I mean, if you two are, son.
Yeah.
You and gee, are you two romantically involved?
No. We discussed this.
I
We
just don't want to
no.
say. Sometimes you say one thing and then later on you say another thing. I mean, I just
Okay,
wanna make sure that
we clearly went over this several times.
you never know. You said it wasn't not a phase, but I just want to look. She's a very nice woman. You live together. I just was wondering if there was something you wanted to tell me.
Sure. This is my best friend in the entire world. She's also now the sheriff, and we share a house together. That's about it.
We own a business together.
Son,
Work together.
Business.
it's a lot of points of connection.
Yes, it is. Just kind of worked out that way. But romantically involved is something we are not.
Well, I believe you. I mean,
Stop looking at the hand.
Look, son. I'm your father. I have to think about these kind of things. I mean, what if I didn't think I was going to have a future, and now I got to think about if I'm going to have grandkids or something. I mean, come on now. Fault an old man for trying to think about something. I don't know if you were thinking about, well, yeah, maybe you got to find yourself someone special to settle down with, but you got yourself now a roommate. I mean, she's a sheriff, that's fine, I suppose, but, your old man to be a little bit of an old man to you. Jesus, man, I mean, I'm just nervous. That's really what it is. I apologize. It's a whole...
We're gonna have to have another conversation, but this courtroom is not the place and nor the time.
I mean, I know that I miss so much, son, and I just want to be your father. I want to be the dad that you deserved, you know?
Yeah, I know, but if I didn't think you were a great dad, we wouldn't be here now.
I know that, but I'm just saying, I miss the times that you were in school struggling with your math. I mean, you probably don't need my help with algebra or nothing now, but I mean, you never think about these things when you're behind those walls, and then suddenly when you're outside and with potential, and then you're hoping on a judge, you never know what's going to happen, you know?
I guess, but I mean, so we talked about this on the way over. I mean, I think the warden has say if you get out. I think the judge just decides if you get exonerated or not.
That's true. It's true.
And I told you I'd get you out, so that's...
Oh no. What am I going to do with my name clears if he comes back and tells us that it's all cleaned up?
Lieutenant Woods, Sheriff Walker, do you have any more evidence to present to the court?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Understood. I've come to my ruling then, is that you have proven to me that Forrest Woods is not guilty of the charge of first-degree murder beyond a reasonable doubt. It is thus that I, Judge James Cross, serving the Los Santos County Court, find that Mr. Forrest Woods was wrongfully convicted by the court in 2015 for the murder of Larry Picano. Mr. Woods, you are now exonerated from the charge of first-degree murder that you were found guilty of in a previous conviction. With the warden's recommendation and signature, Mr. Woods may be released from Bolingbroke State Penitentiary, effective immediately.
Hell, I don't know. I mean, I'd hate to lose such a model prisoner. But I guess if the court wills it, I'll sign it.
Here and sign it, you bashful fucker.
Congratulations, Mr. Woods.
And there we go.
Yeah, I'll get this filed away. Woods, Lieutenant Woods, Sheriff Walker. Thank you for bringing this into my court. Every day that an exoneration hearing goes this way, and Lieutenant Woods, I would like to speak to you after this.
Of
If you
course.
don't mind, son, I also have to go back to the prison to pick up my belongings from before I got arrested.
Yeah,
we could,
yeah, no problem. We can do
I'll
that.
go head on up there in the van back there, and then I'll meet you at Bolingbroke. You can come pick me up.
Yeah, we'll come.
The dust on.
We'll come get you.
Thank you, son. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Dad.
So proud. So proud. Thank you, Your Honor. I gotta go back up to Bolingbrook and get my stuff taken care of. Thank you for your service, sir.
Back to
Thank you very much for all your help too. I
You're welcome, sir.
gotta step outside and oh my goodness! All right.
Of course, let's get you out of my hands.